Deep down, I know I'm a fighter. Deep down, I know my desires. Everybody thinks that I'm just a liar. They don't know what I got inside ya. I'm not one to fight fire with fire. I'm the type who never lets me get tired. Mess with me and they never will find ya. Yeah, people tell me I won't get it. They don't know me cause I'm cold winning. Always in the ninth, I closing. It's always in my mind, don't know quitting. I'ma be the one that blows up in it. You gon' be the one that shows up missing. I'ma be the one that knows my mission. You gon' be the one with no ambition. I'ma make you take it all back. You ain't never gonna get me, man, I'm too fast. Call me the juice, that 40-yard dash. Always look for it, no, never look back. I just spit the truth, better listen to my facts. Get me up in the booth and I put them on a blast. When I spit the truth, they all listen to the rats. Got nothing to lose, so I put them in the bed. That's what I do, hard work always lasts. And the pain's not an act, no, it hurts real bad. But you have to attack what you want to attract, or you're gonna look back and regret what you lack. Everybody knows that's a fact. Yeah, I just want my words to impact. Yeah, I just want my words to all last. Yeah, not sorry if I put you on blast. They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it. Can't escape from my thoughts like a black hole. Can't escape from these thoughts and these assholes. Too many people feeling entitled. Too many people staying idle. Man, I work every day for the title, and I'ma get it, that thought is final. The way I think you could say is primal. Kill it, be killed, I'm your rival. I don't lose, no. I'ma be the one they choose, though. You gon' be the one they lose, ho. Way too busy hitting snooze, bro. I'ma be the one to rise up in it. Never gonna fall, I fight till I get it. Always staying tall, got pride, I'm grinning. I don't really think I'll ever find my limit. And I know that they all wanna hate me, but they see me on the climb, so they wait, see. If I make it, then they just might say, B, you been doing so good, brother K-Lee. I don't wanna hear your words, all the fake shit. Now I want my day, wanted to be patient. All the same people, never been complacent. We've been working hard, man, we on the same shit. I'm not just a sinner, I ain't you for dinner. I'm not a beginner, I'll paint you a picture. I got a guitar and they play that shit every day. No, I was not that great, figured out how to play. Learned how to change the beat, learned how to rap and sing. Passion is everything, loved it throughout my teens. 10,000 hours, so I could be fucking king. Hand me the crown or just get out my fucking ring. They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
That's brilliant. That's yeah. Thank you. You said you can't hear you. Yes, you couldn't hear me because I had it turned, my sound turned off, and the music was all the way up. That's why you couldn't hear me. What do you mean you couldn't since the stream started? Well, you could have told me that when the stream was going on. All right, fine. Now you can hear me. Now you should be able to hear me. Oh man, I look like a fool. Go back. I look like an absolute fool. Making me out looking like a fool. It's all your fault, SAS98. It's all your fault as well. Can you hear me now? It's all your fault. Like, you're telling me you've been watching this and just been like, oh, I want to hear him eventually, but I'm not going to say it. How are you not going to tell me you can't hear me? Because now I've been sitting here talking to myself, looking like a fool for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I look like a fool. Okay? Look. What I said at the beginning of the stream was, oh my God, Kingsley Coman is supposed to get a new contract with improved wages, so I just complained about how Coman's been crap, and instead we shouldn't give him a new contract. And I went ahead and talked about how Coman, the only good thing he's been doing is keeping the medical team employed and in jobs. That's the only thing he's done at Bayern. I'm sorry, okay? That's the only thing Kingsley Coman has done. So I read that, and then I went on to talk about how Perisic is not a good idea because of his age. Perisic is, what, 32 in the next year, right? I mean, he's going to turn 31, but is that the player we're looking for? That's another example of Bayern's poor squad planning. We're getting a 31-year-old to replace Arjen Robben and Frank Ribery. Because quite frankly, Ribery and Robben were already just squad players. They weren't starting games, right? Coman and Gnabry were pretty much starting games. And even when Robben and Ribery were fit, Muller was ahead of them a lot of the times. James Rodriguez was playing off the right sometimes as well. So for me, what I'm seeing here is just another example of poor squad planning. Why are you buying Perisic for 10 to 15 million? What is that going to do for you? What is that going to add to your squad? What is that going to do? Perisic is 31, okay? What, he has 2 years left in his tank. He was supposed to just come here to Bayern and get his good play time and decent play time and prove himself to the football world. Go F off to China and make his 500k a week. He can't go to China now. He definitely won't want to go to China now with the situation we have going on there. So for me, Perisic is just such an uninspiring signing. Of course, he's been doing well, but we're not looking for that. We're looking for the next generation. He's experienced. At what though? To be honest, what has Perisic done for me to go, oh yeah, he's great? He handballed and handled the ball in the World Cup. Is that what we're looking for? He's gonna do that in the Champions League final when we play it on June 27th. Come on. So for me, what I thought about Perisic was, I just think he's just not good enough. Well, actually, no, it's not good enough. It's not him. It's actually not even Perisic. It's just his age. That's what pisses me off. Like, if we wanted to have a 31-year-old or a 30-plus-year-old, we could have just kept Robben and Ribery. Right? We could. But we're going to buy Perisic for 20 million or 15 million, whatever the fee is. It's still more than he deserves. He doesn't deserve to be worth my left foot, and I'd give it out for free, okay? Because my left foot's crap. Let's be honest. I don't even know what a left foot is. My left foot is non-existent. Just like my life, it's non-existent. People don't love me enough to tell me they couldn't hear me on stream. It's all right. But for me, what I'm saying is that Perisic is just too old. He's just on that level where, yeah, he's done well with Inter for his career, and he could still, give us a lot at Bayern. But for me, he's just not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the next gen. I'm looking for the Havertz and Sané's. Now, this is probably because we'll sign Sané and keep Perisic. If that's the case, where we still sign all the players we need, then yeah, I'm okay. What? It's not my money, right? Or technically a little bit. It's just a little bit of it is. Just a little bit, maybe like a small percentage of it is actually my money, right? The money I spent on T-Mobile because Bayern wear T-Mobile shirts, maybe, like, just because, then T-Mobile gives Bayern money for showing their brand on their shirts, right? And the Bayern shirts I have, and with Adidas on them, maybe the Adidas gear I buy because Bayern are sponsored by Adidas, maybe, right? It's just a little bit of my money. So for me, okay, as long as we buy Upamecano, Sané, Hakimi, and Havertz, as they're mentioning, then I'm absolutely content with buying Perisic as well. But if we're gonna replace one of them, take them out, right, like a game of tic-tac, and buy Perisic, that would be the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. That's like you have a girlfriend, right? You have a girlfriend. She's your main one. And then, you just decide, you know what? My boy, my friend, my very good friend has this nice girl. I'm just going to go have his sloppy seconds. You already have a nice girl. What are you doing looking for sloppy seconds? Like, that's what Perisic is, right? Inter Milan have had all this fun, and we're just going into having sloppy seconds. And it's not even good sloppy seconds. It's the old ones. It's the ones that's 31. the little. She's just not that attractive. So that's what Perisic is to me. To be honest, it's just not inspiring. Perisic for me, like, he wouldn't get me excited if we signed him. Like, I wasn't over the moon when we signed him on loan. I wasn't. I'm not beyond. I don't even remember making a video on him because I didn't care. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I made a lot of videos on Coutinho and Sane because those are players that would excite you. But Perisic, 31, he's just not exciting me. Perisic is just like Indian Viagra. It's non-existent. So it wouldn't, Indian Viagra wouldn't probably get anyone up for Perisic, to be honest. I don't care. It wouldn't, okay? Viagra made in China, the counterfeit Viagra. It wouldn't go. It wouldn't work. So, like, for me, like, Perisic is just sloppy seconds. It's just, there's nothing exciting about getting him. He's 31 years old. If we wanted to keep a 31-year-old or 30-plus-year-old players with experience, we would have just kept Ribery and Robbins for an extra season, right? Ribery certainly still had it in him. Robin's retired now, but I feel like if we just offered him an extra year, they would have said yes anyways because they love this club and they would have done whatever. But I guess we were trying to move on from them. But why are we trying to go back? Perisic isn't giving you longevity, right? Look at Milot Rashica from Werder Bremen, 23 years old. Werder Bremen has put a price on him for 38 million euros. That's cheap. That is actually dirt cheap. If you go in and just give them 30 mil, they'll go yes, and Rashica would want to come to Bayern. But remember, Rashica has actually destroyed us. I think we drew against Werder Bremen, or lost actually, and he was the one scoring and assisting. And I don't remember a lot about him, but he had that crazy shot that hit Neuer out of nowhere. He's pacey, he's very good on the dribble, he's good on 1-2s, and he's almost like a Serge Gnabry, but just, more of a winger, more of a traditional winger, holding his width, using his pace. He's 5'10" as well, so he's quite alright. But the thing is, Rashica, Bayern don't want him, and I haven't heard many stories from us wanting him. If we pay 30 million for Rashica and he's 23, I'd be like, yes, of course. But Perisic, why? Come on, where's the logic in that? If you're looking for experience, just look up top. Robert Lewandowski, 31 years old as well, except Lewandowski is actually world class, and I think he'll be world class for a few more years. But Perisic, right? If you're looking for experience, Thomas Muller, he's right there, right next door. Alaba, you have so much experience in different positions that it's insane. And then even then, our players that are younger, you would consider them still experienced. Kimmich is experienced. The only unexperienced starter we have in that team is Alphonso Davies. That's the truth. Everyone else has a whole lot of experience at the top level. So for me, it's just like we already have experience. So Perisic wouldn't be adding experience because we already have enough. He wouldn't be adding youth because he's old. He wouldn't be adding quality because he's decent but not great. He doesn't have any unhidden potential that we haven't seen, because we've seen everything from Perisic. You know what he's about. He's about getting the low crosses in, getting crosses with his left foot. He's about headers at the back post. He's about that life, right? But the thing is, Perisic just isn't that Bayern quality player that I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for youth, young, talented, and for the future as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, to be fair. I'm gonna look at a few tweets here from okay. So, Mia San Mia, you love of my life. I love you. Okay, so apparently Bayern are in talks with Kingsley Coman to extend his contract, add more money. He's holding that L to signify what we are taking on him. Imagine, like, in order for you to get higher wages, you have to earn it. That's just how I am. A move abroad is possibility for Alaba, but staying at Bayern is also more than option for him. In this case, however, Alaba wants to join the list of top earners. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know, he'll be making this similar money to Lewandowski. Alaba knows about his status at Bayern, but moving abroad attracts him from a sporting, but he wants to win another CL. Yes, Alaba does want to win another Champions League. The player's management is in contact with Bayern, but currently there's little movement in negotiations due to the coronavirus. Okay, here's what I want. Bayern want to sign Perisic this summer and are in talks with Inter to lower the fee to under the buy option of 20 million. Come on, 20 million. God dang. Oh, I can't. I just, such an uninspiring player. Why? Why is this a thing? As much as, yeah, I rate Perisic, I just don't think 20 million. Come on. I wouldn't, like I said, I give out my left, he wouldn't go for my left toe, my left foot, and I give that for free. So, thank you everyone so much for watching. I'll obviously be going live later on today to talk about more Bayern, but I just wanted to get this one off my chest, but I couldn't talk for half the video. So yeah, mia san mia and peace.